Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Wallace here with Ballin' Down South Sports Network, here with another episode of the interview. I can tell you my next guest is a native from Jacksonville, Mississippi. She's a two-time captain out of Atlanta Metropolitan College when she played basketball, helped lead them to back-to-back GJCAA tournament appearances. And she completed her college playing career at Jackson State, helping lead them to a SWAC regular season co-championship. She has plenty of SWAC championships underneath her belt as an assistant coach. And as her first year as a head coach at her current position, she led them to the SWAC tournament, and that team hasn't been there since 2018 until she got there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff head basketball coach, Don Brown. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. How's the weather there where you're at right now, up there in Arkansas?
It is definitely beautiful. I have my little 3-year-old here with me today, but it's nice outside, beautiful, warm as always. But it's really nice here today.
Warm outside. It's warm down here in the state of Alabama too. And
Oh
how's
yeah.
the family? How's the family been doing since dealing with the COVID situation?
It's been really good for us having an opportunity to. My fiance coaches college football at Alcorn State University, and so having an opportunity for us to kind of be together and hang out together. I didn't want to cook. And that's been really, really okay. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. That's been really, really good for us until he had to go back to work, and so now I'm stuck here with my son, which is good. One thing that the COVID has definitely done, I think, for all of us is allowed us to be better parents, being able to take the time out and spend it with our children. So I've really been enjoying that. It's been nice.
You doing your mommy duties.
Oh yeah, they never stop.
Well, for the people that don't know you that's watching this interview, talk a little bit about yourself when you were playing college basketball and when you got into your first coaching position and up to where you are now.
Well, I played college basketball. Started playing at Atlanta Metro Junior College out of Atlanta, Georgia. Was on that inaugural team, kicking off that season for the first time for women's basketball, which was really, really a great experience for me. And leaving there, going back home and to play at Jackson State University. So played under the watch of Denise Taylor. That was a wonderful experience for me. Having an opportunity to win a regular season championship while I was there. It's been great. Basketball is something that I knew when I first started playing back when I was probably about 7 or 8, that this is something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I've always knew that I wanted to be in the gym as a player or as a coach. I just knew I always had that little itch in me. So it's just been wonderful, and having an opportunity to win a championship really and truly on every level that I played on or coached on is something that, it's very, very special, and I hold that dear to my heart.
Now I know you had a stint at Shorter University, also a D2 school, like you say, on every level. It seems like wherever you go, winning just follows you.
At Shorter, I took that job at Shorter really, really late. Most coaches are hired around March, April, and May. I started at Shorter University in August. Didn't really have an opportunity to recruit any players, really, if any, but maybe I think I brought in 2 or 3 that year. And we didn't win a championship, but what was special to us that year is we played Clark Atlanta, and they lost to Clark 2 times the year before. We were able to beat Clark by I think maybe like 11 points or something like that. But Clark won their league and had Player of the Year in their league. So being able to get a bunch of young women to play above their to exceed their expectations, to kind of play above who they really are, playing on a different level. It's something that I think I might be kind of good at. Just kind of motivating them, to making them believe that they're better than what they really are, which essentially is who they are. But you have to be able to be a special type of person to be able to bring that out of student athletes, I think, in this generation for sure.
Now your first season there at Pine-Bluff there, you were able to take your team to the SWAC tournament. What all went entail to get your ladies ready? And your first year there, you had a winning background. How did you get those ladies to buy into your system and able to get those ladies to the SWAC tournament?
Well, one of the biggest things that we did, my staff and I did in year one, is we really and truly didn't focus a lot on wins or losses. We didn't want our success to be dictated or predicated on that. Our mindset, my staff and I's mindset, was to come in and simply lay the foundation, give the fans, give the players something exciting to look forward to for this women's basketball program. The biggest thing that we wanted to do is kind of re-give some light, so to speak, in that program. And so that's what we were able to do. I think we had a phenomenal year, tripling our wins in conference seasons in our first year was really, really good. But having an opportunity to really and truly get the fans to be excited about women's basketball at UAPB is something that we really wanted to focus on, because the fans weren't showing up. People were, kind of coming in for the men's game. And that's what we focused on. We never really looked at the wins or losses piece this past season. And I think if you're able to do that, you'll be successful.
Well, I can tell you this: some of those ladies that you had on the squad, I know you. How many seniors did you actually have on that squad?
We had four seniors last year. Mm-hmm.
And so you had, I know one particular, you had a freshman, and she was like third in the conference with blocks. Talk a little bit about that freshman, Miss Grant.
Nisa Sam Grant, I believe she may be showing on you right now, is number 33. Our 6'4" kid out of Toronto, Canada. Nisa originally signed with South Alabama out of high school. And so once we were able to get her, because she wasn't a qualifier out of high school. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Camden? Okay, there it is. I fixed it. Go ahead. Okay. So Nisha, again, she signed with South Alabama out of high school. All right. So she signed with South Alabama out of high school, missing one of her core classes, which was a math class. She was able to go to summer school and finish that math class, pass that math class. She needed that extra credit. And South Alabama actually had pulled the offer off the table. So at that point, Nisa was back at home in Toronto training, waiting to kind of find a school to go to. We got so lucky with her. Being able to pick her up, and this kid has a upside. Everybody has seen her presence in the middle, being that she is a legit 6'4". But what they haven't really seen is she shoots the three ball like a guard. She shoots it from the high post. She has a mid-range shot. Those are some things that are really, really special about her game. I think this year, kind of getting her back into the swing of things after being out for that past season before she came to us is something that we were yet again building confidence, laying that foundation, really kind of molding her into the player that she is going to be able to be before she leaves here.
Now I saw you on you guys' website. You guys signed quite a few transfers, and you got some freshmen coming in. Talk a little bit about those guys.
I am really excited about this class that we have coming in. Last year, like I said, this past season, we laid the foundation, and we're bringing in 3 freshmen. Ashlyn Green is coming out of Martin Luther King High School out of Atlanta, the Atlanta area. She knocked down the 1,000-point clubs. Kaylin Bugsby is out of Skyline High School, Dallas, Texas, a powerhouse for student athletes there. She got Defensive Player of the Year in that league. Maya is out of Phoenix, Arizona, 6'5" post player. Her brother plays for the New Orleans Saints. Her dad played in the NFL. Her siblings played at a high level. All of them playing high major Division I programs, Stanford, Seattle, Washington, Seattle University. So Maya's coming in. So we have 3 very, very great freshmen. But But to hold this thing together is our junior college transfers. I had a 6'3" post player to sit out, Division I transfer from Jacksonville University, Khadijah Brown. She'll be eligible and ready to go this semester, this season. Shakoria Orr, she's out of Chat Valley, right out of Birmingham. One of the best shooters that I've ever seen. Like, she shoots it. She has a shot like Patrick Beverly, like it's going in the bottom of the net. Johnnae Anderson out of Diablo Valley. She had a few 60-point games. Had one game, she hit 18 threes in a game. So we got Johnnae coming in. Kayla Walker from Arkansas Baptist, another kid, had 50-point games on any given night. Was, just, it came to her very easy. And then we have Miss Joyce Kennison, our SWAC player of the year that reigned with 3 championships with Texas Southern while she was there. She's coming in off of a medical red shirt, and we're expecting some good things. So I'm excited, along with everything that we are bringing back. I'm just ready for this COVID to be over so we can get things halfway normal so we can get a basketball season, because I'm really excited about this program.
Well, I'm excited for you. Sound like you got some tools in your arsenal, definitely to use, and you guys are definitely going to be a team on the uprise in the SWAC conference. Any non-conference teams you're going to be playing on the schedule this upcoming season?
Actually, yes, and so we have a pretty good preseason schedule. We're playing Arkansas State, Central Arkansas, Louisiana Tech, University of Illinois. I do believe we're going to Oklahoma, playing in Oklahoma. So we have a really good schedule, a very winnable schedule for us, actually. High competitive schedule, let me say that. So that's always been a good thing also for us. So we're expecting some good things.
Now, Coach,
I want you to tell me Mama making me my pups.
Okay, here, hold it. Sorry, go ahead.
When you're trying to recruit a player, what exactly do you look in a player, to be able to play for your program?
We have already established the fact that we know we won't necessarily get the best player in the league every time. So we know that the best player that's on the floor. We're looking for kids that are tough, that plays with a chip on their shoulders. Those that are going to be aggressive. Not the ones that can always score the ball, because if you're watching a lot of the clips that you're showing right now, we've been a defensive-minded team. So we want to be able to have kids that can come in that can get stops. We like to push the ball in transition, get back and press. So kids that can defend on a high level, that's wiry, that's kind of aggressive. Those are the kids that we're looking for. Kids that are tough and that play with the chip on their shoulder. I tell them all the time, like, we ain't really looking for the Clydesdale horses all the time. We're looking for those junkyard dogs that in the alley, you don't really want to back them up against the wall.
Wow. Hey, so you want somebody that's going to get in there and play some ball on that hardwood, not trying to be prissy, anything like that, getting down dirty, getting in the trenches. What do you expect out of your guys this season, knowing with all the talent that you got coming in and also the talent that you got returning with some of the upperclassmen? What do you expect? What do you guys go there at Pine-Bluff?
The biggest thing is making sure that we can kind of stay together and be a unit. I think a lot of teams, in order for you to be successful, you got to be in a situation to where you have that team camaraderie amongst yourselves. And so I think that if we're able to bring them together and allow them to be closer, we'll be able to win a lot more games if we're able to do that. So that's what we've been looking forward to doing. Just kind of keeping them together. We do a weekly Zoom where we're doing growth sessions and doing some other things together. And so that's what we really kind of been hanging our hat on, continuing to bring that camaraderie and bringing them closer together.
Well, if you could talk to a senior that's going to their senior high school year and getting ready to go play at that next level, what would you tell those kids going into their senior year of high school?
One of the biggest things I think is important is letting them know that if they do the work, they will get found. A team will find them. And so that's one thing that, a lot of teams, a lot of programs, a lot of these kids now are chasing In the words of Cedric Thornton, things. They're chasing things. They want things. And if that's what you want, then that's fine. But it doesn't matter where you are and where you go. If you have a desire to play professional basketball, professional football, whatever it is, you will be found. Just you got to continue to do those things that you were doing to get you where you are. And one thing about it is, I think our students, the way the world is going right now, you got to put yourself in a situation to where you give our schools a chance, give our schools an opportunity. Nobody can love you and take care of you like your own. And that's just, I'm a product of it. I believe in it. So just continue to work hard. Just know that coaches watch more than just when you're on the field. I pay attention to how you respond after you get a foul call. We respond to how you act when you're sitting on the bench, how you engage with your teammates, sharing exciting moments with your teammates. We watch all of that stuff. If there's a 50-50 ball on the floor, did you dive on the floor to get the 50-50 ball? When you got an and one, what did you do when you got an and one? Like, how are you acting at all times? So those are the things that we're kind of watching and paying attention to.
Real quick before I let you get back to your mother duties, social media, good or bad?
Social media, good. It's good. I think if you understand, one thing that we've been talking to our student athletes about right now, the content that you put on social media, you just have to be prepared for it to carry on with you for the rest of your life. And just be careful about the things that you post. You don't want to post something now that'll hinder you from being able to get a job, to get to the table with decision makers based off of something that you put on social media 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because just like me as a coach, I'm going to go and watch your social media. When you add me and I lock your number in my phone, I'm going to go follow your Snapchat. And I'm looking at what you're doing on Snapchat. I'm paying attention to all of that. So that type of stuff is important.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on Ball Down South Sports Network. University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff head women's basketball coach Dawn Brown. Thank you for coming on the network, Coach.
Thank you so much for having me.